What is going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me for today's video, or I guess I should say tonight's video. And we got something a little special in store. You know, I've had a rough week at work. I was supposed to do this video last week, and both of my days off, we had 40-mile-an-hour winds. Life goes on. So finally, I've got a day off here, and we got some nice weather. I got the pack all loaded up here. We got some food, we got some drinks. You know what? We got a beautiful evening to go skin up PC here. So Park City Mountain actually allows uphill travel between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. So it has been a pretty cool little thing for me to get into here, especially since, shout out to my dad, hooked it up here and got me for Christmas an amazing Capita split board setup. So I've been getting some use out of this and breaking it in here on the mountain. So let's get these strapped on here, let's start making some steps, and let's get up the mountain so we can find a nice little spot to hang out. Here's one of the main lifts, Payday, and here's the other one, Crescent. So it's turn the light on here. It's a totally different vibe here at night. I mean, it's crazy. During the day, this base area is a circus. And here right now, there's just a couple kids sledding down the hill. And this is just so cool. So now, we just, keep skinning our way on up here. You can already see as we start getting away, that mountain becomes cold and quiet. I love it. I think the peace and solitude you get is amazing. You know, the same feeling you get when you hike out to these cool places and it's just you and nature. That's what I love about this. That's pretty cool. get a good view. All right, my camera just cut off because of the cold, so I had to switch batteries quick. So I got my other light out here, give us a little bit. I got my gear dumped here at least, so I got a beautiful view. I don't know if you can see that behind me, but just all the lights of the city. Absolutely beautiful. And we could have not gotten a better night from this. There's no wind at all. Absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna put my camera inside my jacket real quick. I'm gonna get all my gear set up and I'll bring you guys right back. Stay tuned, y'all. All right, well, we got the MSR ripping right here, and we're gonna make a nice hot cup of tea first. Water's almost there. And so I got given this by a coworker. They're like, oh, I know you love going out and doing stuff, so this is some ginger honey crystals. I thought this was like some crazy foreign beverage, but you can get it on Amazon, so not that crazy. I also got a nice little jug of some High West bourbon, and I got a little thing here of some honey that's almost completely frozen, so we'll see if I can even get it out of the package there. But other than that, we're just hanging out here. It's definitely... All right, well, unfortunately, everything's turning off. Both my cameras don't want to work. My gas stove is shutting off, so I think that's a sign here that I need to be smart and call it. So we're gonna strap back into the board. We're gonna ride back down to the car, and I'll just make them back down at the car, hanging out in the lot. So, you know, we still got an adventure. I still did get to make my delicious ginger drink here with a nice shot of bourbon in it. Oh, that's hot. That's been really nice to warm up for a minute while I try to get ready here and get all my gear packed up to ride on down here. But sorry it didn't work out this way, but stay tuned. We'll still make something tasty down at the car. So give me a minute. I'll get all packed up and we'll get on out of here. All right, we made it. All right, well, we made it off the mountain. Everything started turning off on me there. So, you know, that was maybe my sign to be smart and get off the mountain. But yeah, we made it down. A little bit of pitch darkness here, but all good. Back here at the rig, and I got the MSR all set up here with the oil heating up. And we got our all-American cheeseburger egg rolls right there, and our dipping sauce. So I'm gonna drop the video in right here of me making them at home, because obviously I'm not rolling these out in my car in the middle of this freaking parking lot, but still fun nonetheless to make these and get up on the mountain. So even if I wasn't able to enjoy them up there with the view, you know, I'm still here hanging out in the parking lot, and I guess it's better than nothing. So yeah, we're waiting for the oil to heat up here, and then we're gonna be dropping them in and frying these puppies up. All right, back in the kitchen here to get our all-American cheeseburger egg rolls started. We're gonna start with about a cup's worth of chopped onions. I'm using half a white and half a red since that's what I had, but you can use really whatever you got in the fridge. We're gonna be doing a medium dice on these. It's gonna help it caramelize nicely. Into the pan here, we're gonna get about 2 tablespoons worth of a neutral oil. I'm using avocado oil, but you can use really any high temperature oil that you want. Once that oil comes up to temp, give them a nice scoop and get your onions into the pan here. We're gonna use a little wooden spoon. That's just gonna help evenly spread the onions across the pan, make sure they caramelize evenly. Now, we're on a medium heat here. We're not trying to get any color on the onions. We're just trying to sweat them a little bit. Once you've got them to that point, we're going to open up a nice little spot here in the middle, and we've got about a pound's worth of 80/20 ground beef into the pan. We're going to give that a little rough mince with the wooden spoon here just to help it cook evenly. And then we're going to start with our seasoning. So we've got salt, pepper, little garlic and Cajun seasoning. And we're just going to break that down into the beef and the onions, help it all cook evenly nice together. Little toss here. Oh yeah, doesn't that look nice? And once we've got everything all mixed together, we'll let this fully cook all the way off. And Appa supervising, you know, making sure everything's going okay in the kitchen, especially when I'm cooking any beef products. So here we're going to lay down a little half sheet tray with some foil. This is going to be a landing pad for our beef. And once we lay that out into our little pan right there, we're going to go into the fridge and let that cool all the way off. Next, we're going to build a little dipping sauce here. So we're going to start with a base of some mayonnaise, ketchup, a little honey mustard. I love these Bubby's pickles, and some hot sauce. Now my mom sent me this dragon hot sauce from Boulder, Colorado, so I threw a bunch of that in there. Shout out to my mom. Love you, mama. And that is going to be our dipping sauce. Now next, onto some veggies in here. We're going to fine julienne some romaine lettuce. Next, we're going to cut up a Roma tomato, and we don't want any of the seeds or the pulp here, so we want just that outer flesh. So we're going to give that a nice dice, and then those two can get mixed together into a little container and set aside. Next, we're going to take a half-pound block of Colby Jack cheese and give that a nice shred. Now, you can also use whatever cheese you've got hanging around. If you've got cheddar or mozzarella, I just like Colby Jack personally, and that's what we had. So that's what we got shredded up right there. Next, we're going to take our chilled beef and onion mixture out of the fridge. We're going to place that into a medium-sized mixing bowl, and we're going to combine that with the shredded Monterey Jack cheese and our tomatoes and lettuce. And then we're going to come back through and give this a really good mix. We just want everything to be evenly distributed. Oh man, I'm getting hungry already. Next, we're going to take a small bowl of cold water. This is going to help our egg roll wrappers adhere to themselves once we start rolling them out here. So these are some extra large wrappers. You can use whatever size you want, but I find these ones roll really nicely. So I got 2 1-ounce scoops right there of our filling, and I'm going to take a couple little finger dabs worth of that cold water right along the edge of the wrapper, and then kind of fold the corners in on itself, give it a nice tuck, and then all the way towards the tip, just making sure everything's nice and sealed up. And then we're going to repeat the process here until we run out of wrappers or filling. Now, once you make these, you can either fry them fresh, you can keep them in the refrigerator for up to 3 days before frying them, or you can store them in an airtight bag in your freezer for up to 6 months, and then defrost them overnight in the fridge, and then fry them at your convenience. So these are really nice and versatile. And now let's get back out to that freezing cold parking lot and fry them on up. All right, took a minute for the oil to get up to heat here, but I think we are finally ready. Oh yeah, baby. We'll just do 4. That's enough. Oh yeah, look at those. All-American cheeseburger egg rolls. Bro, those look so good. All right, let's see if we're ready for a flipperooski here. Oh yeah, baby. All right, I think these babies are just about done. Oh yeah, pull those out. Bro, those look so good. Look at these. All right, let's try this bad boy. Get some sauce on it. Oh yeah, baby. All right, here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God, that's so good. It's so hot. Fuck. Mmm. Oh my God, I just crushed that. That was so good. Oh man, that was so good. After being up on the mountain there and freezing my butt off, God, getting some warm food in me felt so good. Hey, if you stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. It really means the world to me. If you're not already, subscribe to my channel. Stay warm, everyone. I'm freezing out here. I'm going to get in the car and get on home. I'll catch you out on the next one. Take care, everyone.